And very good morning to everybody. Meteorologist Eddie Shear here with your weather before the weather this morning. Off to a little bit of a late start. Trying to kind of get over a cold I've had for the last, going on a week now. And I'm beginning to feel a little bit better more consistently, but that comes with a bit more sleep than I typically get. So hopefully by next week I'll be more back to normal, I guess we can call it. This is your weather before the weather. It is 9:10 on Friday morning, July 3rd. Tomorrow is July 4th, so to all of the folks in the States or people from the States living in NL or really anywhere you're watching this, happy July 4th, which is tomorrow. Lots of fireworks will be going off across many cities in the States, so always a nice spectacle to see. You can tune in to the U.S. news channels. You might want to tomorrow night. It's always awesome to see that. They usually put off a good show, especially Boston and New York. All right, so currently across Newfoundland and Labrador, temperatures are not too bad. We can see them here, looking at 11 in St. John's, 15 degrees in Gander, 18 in Corner Brook. This morning when I was heading down to the lake, it was very, very foggy coming out of Airport Heights and almost about as thick as I've ever seen it. So aircraft definitely having a tough time landing. And as I look outside, it looks like the fog has lifted a bit, so hopefully air traffic can sort of get back to a more normal schedule, but with the main runway kind of down. No ILS system currently up. It's going to be tough for flights to get in here whenever there's inclement weather over the next couple of weeks. But across the island right now, we are seeing lots of clouds, lots of showers almost everywhere, and certainly some of the patchy fog. And as we go into this afternoon, southwesterly winds across the island are going to bring some much warmer temperatures compared to yesterday. In St. John's, we're talking about a high of 21. Now, this little image here is showing rain, and we will see rain developing later this afternoon, but I think between now and probably 2 or 3 o'clock, we should get some peaks of sun helping to boost those temperatures up to the low 20s. 23 in Gander today, slight chance of showers, maybe even a couple of thunder showers for central Newfoundland today, much like we saw across the Avalon Peninsula last night. Labrador will generally see clouds and showers today, perhaps some peaks of sun into the Cartwright area. Now, getting back to last night, the airport in St. John's picked up 22 millimeters of rainfall, and I'm guessing most of that probably fell in about an hour. And that's because we had some heavy showers and even some thunder showers move through, and I'd like to say that didn't catch me off guard. It did. They were a lot heavier than what it looked like they would be, and there was thunder and lightning, which it didn't look like was a possibility last night. So, sort of, weather here is always something you kind of live and learn, and hopefully next time I won't miss it by quite as much. The satellite and radar imagery across the island today showing that we do have some thicker clouds trying to move on in, but with the southwest winds, hopefully we get some breaks of sun. Either way, it should be a warmer day, even if we don't see those breaks of sun for a time today. Now, what is going on the wider scale? Well, you see this rain here near Boston, stretching back to almost Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. This is an area of low pressure currently taking shape off the coast of New England and Nova Scotia. And what I want you to notice here is this bend in the clouds here. It kind of looks like an S. That is what's called a baroclinic leaf signature. And that's a fancy meteorological term for there's an area of low pressure currently undergoing development. And what that's going to do is that low is going to take shape off the coast of Nova Scotia and pass almost over the Avalon Peninsula tonight. Now, yesterday I was talking about the possibility of rain. Most computer guidance did not have this low moving close enough onshore to give us significant rainfall. That changed overnight. It looks like we are indeed going to see some significant rain across eastern Newfoundland, and really only eastern Newfoundland from this low as it goes by tonight. And you might think that's going to ruin your Saturday. Well, just hold on a second, because I think we're going to be okay. So Environment Canada has issued a special weather statement for the Burin Peninsula, Clarenville area, Bonavista Peninsula, and the entirety of the Avalon for late this afternoon into this evening for a bout of heavy rain. It's not going to last very long, but it will come down rather heavily as it does move on through. So what you're seeing here is a future model, which is the RDPS, or Regional Deterministic Prediction System from Environment Canada. And this is valid as of 9:30 Newfoundland time, and in the previous 3 hours it is showing some rather significant rainfall across most of eastern Newfoundland. And that will develop between probably around 6 o'clock tonight. We'll probably see the rain starting. And now watch ahead now. Watch ahead, though. I should say watch this now as we jump ahead just to 9 more hours. So now this is valid at 6:30 Saturday morning. And between 9:30 night and 6:30 in the morning, the low has pulled away, the rain is ending, and skies will actually clear out very quickly as we go into Saturday morning. So we are going to see some rain this afternoon into this evening, ending overnight, and then we'll see skies clearing out for Saturday, which will set the stage for a very nice Saturday, even though we are going to see some rain tonight. How much rainfall are we talking about? Well, this is the total forecast from, again, the RDPS model, and it's showing roughly 10 to 20 millimeters from the Burin Peninsula onto the Bonavista Peninsula, and possibly a tad bit more onto the extreme southeast Avalon. But as you go west, the amounts really do drop off rather quickly, and it also looks like parts of Labrador may see some significant rain as well over the next 12 to 24 hours from an area of low pressure that is kind of stagnant over the Big Land. However, most of this across the island will fall overnight. By Saturday morning, we're pretty much dry and clearing out, and that's going to set the stage for a very nice Saturday across the eastern side of the island, looking at a high of 23 on Saturday, 20 on Sunday, both days looking nice and warm. Perhaps a few more clouds on Sunday, and it looks like as we go into next week, certainly shaping up to be a little bit cooler as winds shift around to northerly. For Labrador, looking at the showers today, some peaks of sun, and it looks like the showers stick around in the west, but they should be more scattered Saturday and Sunday, with highs staying mild and a little bit cooler as we look into next week. And across central Newfoundland, possibly a thunderstorm today for the central part of the island, but either way, as we go into Saturday and Sunday, the weekend looks great. And then Monday, looking like some showers, and Tuesday a bit cooler. Now, getting back to the forecast for the eastern side of the island, I should say what brings these temperatures are southwesterly winds, which means areas along the southern and southwest facing shorelines of the entire island will be an onshore flow most of the weekend, which means that's where it's going to be cooler, highs in the mid-teens with the patchy fog. So I hope this weather before the weather gave you a good idea as to what we can expect as we go into the next 24 to 36 hours and looking ahead to next week. And as always, you can find my weather updates on social media at Eddie Shear on Twitter, meteorologist Eddie Shear on Facebook, or I should say, and you will see me tonight on the NTV Evening News Hour between 6 and 7, and First Edition between 5:30 and 6 o'clock. Have a great Friday. I'll see you later.